working people with aspiration and an ambition for their children, many of whom have their own challenges. I empathise with them all, but I want to make a different point. Firstly, I want to talk about the schools themselves and their staff. These are organisations that are nearly all charities. They are run for charitable purpose, not to generate healthy bank balances. Even schools with 500 pupils may run a surplus of just £250,000 a year to fund reinvestment. They don't have fat on their backs, and in these cases, the fees from perhaps only half a dozen boarders make the difference between profit and loss, surviving or failing. Their finances are finely balanced and under pressure. In the Shires, these schools are often located in market towns. Places like Loddon, Holt, Ely, Uppingham, Oundle, notice Lord Winston isn't in his place, Oakham, Felsted and Framlingham, lovely places with wonderful high streets and a much wider range of pubs, cafes and restaurants than their populations would normally sustain. But these are not market towns, these are factory towns. The schools are their factories of education and learning. 2 boarding schools in Norfolk, Langley and Gresham's, employ 450 people each, and the latter spends £25 million a year in Holt and is just about to refurbish and repurpose a Grade 2 building, which otherwise would be lost to the nation. They underpin local economies. I was in my local pub in August. I bumped into a man wearing a Langley School polo shirt. It turned out he was responsible for running the minibus network, 27 minibuses, together with the drivers himself and secretary and some maintenance staff, a 35-person sustainable transport business. His colleagues are cooks, cleaners, matrons, groundkeepers, not just the teachers. They're working people, and I want to speak for them, because this proposal risks putting them all out of work and will not raise a penny for the Exchequer, because it's simple. If you force an organisation to levy VAT on sales, they can reclaim VAT on their purchases. They net off. Charities can't do that. But if you start to treat charities as businesses, don't be surprised if they start acting like businesses. And if schools are forced to close, you're looking at the loss of PAYE, the payment of benefits, in an area where there are few other employment opportunities, or whatever. So, cancelling bursaries for the child prodigy or scholarship for an exceptional sportswoman from a disadvantaged family helps nobody. And it's going to drive inequality that is harmful to our national sporting life. We will all be poorer for it. My lords, there is so much more I can say, but this proposal will drive more elitism and social inequality, less opportunity, less charitable purpose, less choice, fewer exports and stunted economic growth. It'll have a catastrophic effect on the economic base of our market towns and working people with struggling, additional burdens on local authorities, listed buildings left to moulder and disrupting house prices. I was just a boy in the 80s, but I remember wholesale factory closures. The Labour Party made a rallying call for 4 decades around it. But make no mistake, they are mandating factory closures in market towns across our nation, and the perverse consequences will be that the lowest paid and the most challenged will pay the price, damaging our place in the world and the promotion of our values to other nations.
Yeah.